Hey guys, welcome back to Matters of the Heart and Soul podcast. My name is Janie Charlot, one of your hosts, and welcome back to a new episode. So, on today's podcast, I am talking about life force energy. All right. I'm going to talk about what it is, why it's important to us, why we should know about it, and what are some ways that we could actually increase our life force energy, recharge it. All right. And some things that we should stay away from because it depletes the life force. All right. So, I'm just going to jump right on in. Our life force energy is just that. It is what gives us life, all right? And it is the difference between life and death. If you have no life force energy, you are dead or dying, okay? So, life force energy is what animates our bodies, it is our essence, and it runs through every single cell. It is what the heart needs to beat. It is what the blood needs to circulate. It is what the lungs need for breath. So it is literally our life force. Without it, we cannot be here. We cannot be alive. All right. Life force energy is not just in humans. All right. It is in all trees and plants, is in all animals. It is in crystals, is in water. All right. So it is the energy that is all in the entire universe. The earth has its own life force. All right. So this single energy, all right, is what literally connects everything to everything else. All right. And is a very intelligent energy. All right. As we'll know, because if this energy is what we need to breathe without thinking, our heart to beat without thinking, our digestion to occur without thinking is highly, highly intelligent. All right. So life force energy, everyone needs it. Your entire body needs it. And it is the energy that is exchanged between humans and the trees, humans and the animals, humans and Mother Earth, all right? Humans and all of life. Everything that has life, this is the energy that is exchanged and is interdependent, all right? So it connects all things, all right? So why is this information important? Why knowing this is important? It's important because if you want to live a good, long life, you need good life force energy. It is literally your vitality. It is literally what you need to be alive. All right. And there are practices that will increase your life force energy, and there are practices that will decrease and deplete your life force energy. So I just want to go over a few things that you can do, start incorporating in your daily practices that will increase your life force energy. All right. So, one way that a lot of people that's easy to detect when someone has really high life force energy is that they are full of life. You have someone that walks in the room and they're very vibrant, they're very energetic, they have this light about them, they have this aura about them, and you're like, wow, that person was such a breath of fresh air. Is because they have a lot of life force energy. All right. Then you may come across someone who, not that the person is doing anything wrong, but they have there's just something about them that's very somber, very low mood. It feels like they just suck the life out of you. All right. It's because they have very little life force energy. All right. And there are ways that you can kind of discern people who have low life force. Okay. A lot of them are in bad moods. They're in a lot of pain. They're not living optimal lives. They live a low level life. So there are ways that you can discern, but that's one of the common ways is that when you come across somebody and their energy was really good, you felt their energy, when their encounter with you was over, you felt energized. All right. That's because they had a good high life force energy. All right. So, what are some things that we could do to increase our life force energy? Number one is get out in nature. All right. Nature has an abundance of life force energy. Okay. So I said that the earth herself has an abundance of life force energy. She has her own life force energy. Okay. Trees, plants, full of life force energy. The sun, the moon, full of life force energy. Okay. I cannot say that enough. The ocean, water, get out into water, all of this are natural ways that you can increase your life force energy. Get out in nature. I can't say it enough. I mean, there's days where I just sit outside, just getting sun, sitting out in nature. And I mean, literally by that evening, the next day, my energy's up to here. So get out in nature is one of the most important and abundant ways that you can increase your life force energy. Okay. Next, I want to tell you guys to take deep breaths. Do breath work. It's so important. Your lungs need this. When you take in those deep breaths, this is the life force energy that your body is using to breathe, the heart to beat, to break down food, to transform food into energy. So you need these deep breaths. And there is a way to do these deep breaths. You want to make sure that you are breathing in the stomach. So diaphragmic breathing, where your tummy rises with the in-breath. And a good way to do that is to put your hand on your tummy when you take a deep breath in. And you want to breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. So you want to deep breathe where the tummy rises. Okay. So the air is coming into the tummy. Most people are breathing very shallow, not getting enough breaths in. And you will see people with a lot of anxiety and depression that they breathe very shallow. They're kind of like that, and you're not getting deep breaths. Okay. So when you get all of that life force energy into the tummy, you're recharging every cell in your body with it. So deep breathing. Okay. In through the nose, tummy rises, hold at the top, and let it out. Okay. So my tummy was filled with air. I held it at the top, went in through my nose, and I let it out through my mouth. And you could I mean, you do those immediately, and there's a sense of calm, there's a sense of peace, there's just a sense that all is well when you do that. Okay. So anybody out there who's dealing with like depression, anxiety, intrusive thoughts, do some deep breathing. It's going to calm everything down. It actually, the science part of that, it actually initiates the vagus nerve, which the vagus nerve is what sends the signal to the brain that all is well. All right. It takes you out of fight or flight, which is what anxiety, depression, intrusive thoughts is all about. And it takes you into peace, calm, and tranquility. All right. So deep breathing. All right. Next is eat live foods. Can't say that enough. I mean, I've been preaching that for a long time. All right. The foods we eat should be about energizing our body. It should be about um, transforming our body into light energy so that we could use it. All is energy. All right. Life force energy. All is energy. All right. So the foods that we eat should be full of life. They should be foods that come from the soil and need the sun to grow. So lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. Okay. And eating variety of colorful fruits, colorful vegetables. Try something new each week is so important. Also lots of water. Drink lots of water. If you can get, natural spring water, do it. I personally, because I mentioned crystals, so we have a nice white crystal glass water bottles that I use to drink water from. This crystal has been infused with, wonderful words of affirmation, because our bodies are about 85% water, 85 to 87% water. So, and water holds memory, and water has life force energy. All right. So when I infuse my crystal and I infuse my water with what I want this water to do in my body, I drink it. It holds memory. All right. So therefore, I've infused my water and my crystal with good, positive, healing, vibrational energy. All right. And then you could drink that. So I do recommend, and I think you can kind of see it's a clear white crystal. All right. So if you want to get this water bottle, we have it on our Transform Me Activewear website. All right. So I do recommend that. All right. Water holds life force energy. All right. So that's eating. All right. Next is chakra balancing. If you have not heard of the chakras, I have a video about chakras. You can look that up. I'm not going to go into detail on this podcast, but basically, chakras are energy centers in your body. You have 7 main chakras that run along the spine in the body. All right. These are energy centers. All right. So we're talking about life force energy. So these 7 chakras are energy centers. These energy centers are connected to different organs, and is connected to different glands in the body. All right. So when these chakras are balanced and open, you have a good flow up and down. All right. From the base of your spine all the way to the brain of life force energy. All right. From the base to the top of life force energy needs to be going up and down. All right. No blockages, no unbalanced chakras. So you could do chakra balancing. I have a meditation also on this podcast on chakra balancing and opening and healing the chakras. Because if there is a blockage at one of your chakras, you're not getting all of your life force energy up and down. Okay. And like I said, this goes from the base of your spine all the way up to your brain. Okay. And as we know, the brain is very, very, very important, extremely important in our mind, our body, and our spirit. Okay. So it's so important that you do chakra balancing, making sure that your chakras, the energy centers in your body that's connected to your organs, that's connected to your glands, is getting the life force energy that it should. All right. That is open, it's no blockages, and it's going up and down. All right. So chakra balancing, very important. Next, get quality sleep. Can't say that enough too. Sleep is when your cells heal. All right. It is when everything regenerates and revitalize and come back to a 0 point or a normal point. All right. You cannot be in good wellness without quality sleep. Can't say that enough. All right. And a good way to tell if you are getting good sleep and that you have a good flow of life force energy is that your sleep is so good. All right. You sleep so sound. You sleep so good. Your mind is not running, because I've had some people say that they sleep, but they could feel their mind going. If your mind is going, you're in the mind, you're not at peace. Okay. So practice, some other things to calm the mind down, which meditation is good for that. Deep breathing is good for that. All right. So, because sometimes we have to shut off the mind. The mind, you have to shut it off. So quality sleep is very, very important. Okay. For increasing life force energy. All right. Next, I want to say is make this a practice. This has to be a part of your life. All right. You can't do this one time and stop. You can't do it 2 times and stop. It literally has to be a habit. All right. You have to commit to this. Wellness and health and living good quality lives is about developing good quality habits. So this have to be a practice. Um, Take 30 minutes of your day, even longer than that. I take longer than that nowadays. But for people who, are is trying to find the time and how to do it, take 30 minutes of your day where you are deep breathing, where you are getting out in nature, where you are, deciding on what live food you're going to have for the day, where you're getting in good quality water, where you're focusing your thoughts, you're calming your thoughts. All right. Make it a priority, make it a practice. You have to make it a practice. And these are things that, Western medicine is not going to tell you because truthfully, they may not have time to tell you. All right. These are practices that you're not going to get from your doctor because they have a lot of patients who are on medication, who have come to the point where their life force energy is depleted or depleting. All right. So they're using other things, mostly medication, to keep them going. Right. But the truth is, medication is only treating the symptoms. It's not getting to the root cause. I'm giving some really practical ways to live so that you can maintain a really good life force energy so that you could live a good, healthy life free of medication, free of dis-ease. Because dis-ease is only when there's an interruption of the life force energy in your body. All right. That's at the end of the day, that's really what it is. All right. So make it a practice. All right. Move your body is the next thing I want to talk about. Move your body. All right. When you move your body, you work your body, you do exercise, and it does not have to be hours in the gym. I actually do not recommend spending long hours in the gym because it increases your cortisol, which puts you in the stress mode, which puts you in fight or flight, and therefore it causes dis-ease and it depletes your life force. Okay. You only need about 30 to 45 minutes, maybe 3 times a week, but quality activity. Make it a variety. Play tennis, play basketball, go for a walk, do a circuit, do jumping jacks, go to the gym, do the sauna, go for a swim. There's a million ways, do gardening, and when you're gardening, you're lifting heavy things. We put out some stuff outside in the yard yesterday. The bags were about 45 pounds. Good workout, a lot of squatting, all of that. So those are things that you can keep moving your body because energy gets stagnant in the body when we don't move it. Again, you want that up and down flow of the spine, of your chakras that venture out to every organ and every gland in your body. You want a free flowing energy up and down. All right. You don't want stagnant energy. Okay. All right. So, the next thing I want to talk about is connect to the subtle things in life. And what I mean by that is the things that you cannot see. All right. We get very distracted by everything of the material, physical world. So we're distracted by, buildings, and we're distracted by what's happening in the news, and we're distracted about, I guess, celebrities and the gossip and the stuff that's happening there. Start focusing on the subtle things. The subtle things are those things that you cannot see, but you can feel. All right. So when you're sitting outside and you're meditating, focus on how that breath is moving through your body, how the breath actually moves from the stomach to the chest and out through your mouth. Focus on how when you breathe in through the nose, what it feels like going down your chest. Focus on, after you read a book on what was the dominating moral of the story and how that actually makes you feel. focus on the things you cannot see in this physical material life. Focus on gratitude. Focus on things that you cannot see. So, and the example I want to use is that, people talk about psychics, right? We're all psychic. It's just that psychics and intuits, because that's what they call them as well, is that they have practiced and to some extent has mastered tapping into the subtle energies that's around. There's things that is around us all the time that are not physical and material that we cannot see, but that is around us all the time. All right. So that's all people who are very intuitive and psychics, they have just mastered the fact that they can tap into the subtle energies, the things that they cannot see. They've practiced it and they're able to tap into it. And we all have this ability to different extents. Some people are masters of it and they have worked and they've practiced to get there as well. So work on that. Work on the subtle things in life, things that you cannot see, but the things that you can feel. All right. And that requires you tapping into a deeper essence of yourself. All right. Tapping into your soul. That's really what it requires. All right. And then the last thing I want to say is tap into love. All right. Love is the highest vibrational frequency of the universe, of the multiverse. All right. So we're talking about increasing our life force energy. We want to tap into the emotion that is the highest vibration, which is love. So tap into that. Do the things you love. All right. Use the word love more. All right. Listen to loving music. Take time to tap into your heart space. Hold your heart, because this is where that energy that's where you actually feel it, and that is where you radiate it back out from. So do those things. Wear things that you love. Use the word love. All right. I love that shirt. I love that show. I love that person. And be that conduit of love. Allow those loving frequencies and energies of the universe to come to you. Allow that to enter your body as life force energy. All right. So that is all I have. I hope this was very, very helpful for you guys. It's so important. Life force energy is your essence. It is what have you here breathing in life force right now. And every action you take, you're either increasing life force or you're depleting your life force. So I just wanted to give everyone some quick practical ways in how to increase your life force and how to live in wellness that is optimal, and that where you could truly feel joy and peace every day. All right. And not dis-ease and anxiety and depression and any of those things. It's, true happiness and wellness requires very, very little. Honestly, go outside in nature, sit alone for 10 minutes, and you will come back to what's most important. All right. And really, it's not that far away. It's inside of you. So that's all I have to say. Again, this has been another episode of Matters of the Heart and Soul podcast. My name is Janie. I appreciate you guys so much. Again, this podcast is inspired by love, relationships, spirituality, justice, culture, family, children, finances, freedom, personal growth, energy and vibrations, universal principles, health, education, masculine and feminine energy, music, and all things of the heart and soul. Our entire mission and goal is to make sure we reconnect our hearts with our minds, perfect alignment. All right. Check you guys at the next episode. Take care.